coincidentally, his nickname when he was in prison was the Throbbit because he had the one ring that got ruled by all. You know what I mean? They called him old Scroto Saggins on the inside. Welcome back to American Thor, everybody, and I got the episode you've all been waiting for. Yes, the fake alpha male final boss, Wess Peggy Watson. Now, I know Wess has a lot going on in the media sphere right now, right? He's going back to prison, he's broke, he's selling his cars, but the channel's new, and the first thing we got to do before we get into any of that is just do my reactions to all of Wess's most cringiest shit on the internet, and there's a lot of it, right? So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's jump into it. Man, where do we even start with Wess? So much to talk about. We could talk about his obsession with being a power bottom. I mean, he's taken more glizzies to the rectum than these two legends combined. We could talk about the fact that he's selling all his cars, he's going broke, he's going to prison, the fake tough guy routine, all of this different things. But I think what we have to do, we have to start with what Wess is most insecure about, and actually insecurity is really a theme through everything in Wess's life, and that is Wess's height. Yes, for those of you who didn't know, Wess claims to be 6 feet tall when he's in his 5-inch platform shoes, but no, as we see here with a simple ChatGPT scrub of the internet, yes, Wess is only 5'8", as you can see here listed on his Wikipedia and IMDb page, which we can look at right here. Now, hilariously, Wess's IMDb page, when he was trying to be an actor, listed him at 5'8", but also, guys, you can't make this up. Literally, they're advertising Sausage Party. You can look at this yourself. Isn't that poetic? Now, guys, I got to give some context here. I am not trying to beat up on the short kings out there, all right? It just so happens by coincidence that almost all of these fake alpha males lie about their height, because of course everything in the fake alphaverse revolves around insecurity, materialism, all these different things, right? So yes, Wess Watson is not 6 feet tall, and in fact I can prove it to you guys because we have some pictures together. So for those of you who want to know, like, how big am I? I'm objectively a large man. Here's me next to, you know, a class full of students. Okay, I'm about 7 inches taller than Wess is, and again, we have pictures together, so here we are. There you go, guys. It's sealed. All right, and if you don't believe me, here's another one of us. And so, yes, Wess is essentially just a hobbit, right? And coincidentally, his nickname when he was in prison was the Throbbit because he had the one ring that got ruled by all. You know what I mean? They called him old Scroto Saggins on the inside. And if you don't believe me, when he doesn't have his 5-inch platform shoes on and he's walking around regularly, you can see he's only 2 or 3 inches taller than his tiny girlfriend, which kind of makes sense, where this whole list kind of transitions into the next thing we'll talk about, the fake tough guy routine, which of course stems from extreme amounts of short man syndrome and trenbolone, which is obviously rotting his fucking brain. Now, Wess is such a tough guy, he had the audacity to call professional MMA fighters pussies.
Don't encourage anyone to run up to these pro fighters. Pro fighters are pussies, okay? They're only good in the ring. People I know will not accept a loss, okay? There's a difference between fighters and violent people.
Ooh.
You should really stay away from violent people, because it doesn't matter how good you are at fighting. When they want to take it to the level, they'll take you out. And so there's a huge difference here. You guys have it all misconstrued. Fighting is some weird sport shit that is all these people do, and it has nothing to do with violence, because a violent person will end your life.
Ah, yes, real violence, Wess. Wess, I can promise you, regardless of whatever criticism you've got from other people on the internet, I'm someone who's carried out real violence. Violence you could never actually comprehend. See, me and the guys I worked with, what we had to do was things you'll never fathom, Wess. You've never had to kill anybody, Wess. You've never hunted human beings, Wess. You have no idea what actual violence looks like. And you know what I never brag about, never talk about, is having to have carried out that violence, because I'm not proud of it. It's not a good thing. It was done out of necessity. It was done out of situations of kill or be killed, situations you've never come close to being in, Wes. You don't know what violence is. And not only that, me and all the guys who have had to do this, we understand that a professional fighter would dump us on our heads in the street and fold us like lawn chairs like that, you turd. The only violence Wes Watson has ever been a part of is having his chocolate starfish destroyed by his prison mates. And guys, if you are stressed out like Wes Watson because you're growing broke and your girlfriend doesn't respect you at all, instead of turning to vices like this, consider better, healthier habits with today's sponsor. All right, before we jump back into that video, we got to talk about today's sponsor, which is Fume. Now, what's Fume? Fume is this cool flavored air device. What's flavored air? Well, flavored air is quickly taking the place of smoking and vaping, right? If you're like me, I threw out my vape about a year ago, gave up nicotine. And guys, for me, the hardest part of that was not the physical withdrawals, but the actual giving up the habit, something to mess with, fidget with, have in my mouth. And that's where Fume comes in, right? This thing has got a lot of weight to it, great to fidget around. You're at home, you're at work, you're in the car. And guys, for me, my favorite flavor, the peach blush. This is my favorite one. Tastes like peach rings. Huge fan of this. All right, guys. So if you're trying to form better habits in your life where you don't actually have to give up the habit completely, you should definitely take a look at Fume as a better habit alternative. I've started using it, and guys, I absolutely love this thing. And if you use code Valhalla VFT, you get this cool Fume topper. Pin comment, description. Check it out. Go grab yourself Fume. Change those habits today. But Wes isn't just a fake tough guy. He also likes to give relationship advice.
Only with you for the money. When you run out of money, she's going to leave you. And I go, good. I don't date chicks who date broke guys. I wouldn't date a chick who would date a loser. If I had no money, I'm a loser. And they're like, oh, fuck that. You're a fucking asshole. And I'm like, no, I'm realistic. I'm keeping myself from being a loser. I hold standards to myself. If she don't have a solid gold Rolex and a Birkin yet, like that's baseline. Like,
so there you go. If you have money, then you'll be good to go. You just buy your girlfriend, like Wes says. The problem with that, Wes, is, and it's demonstrated, none of these women have any respect for you. And I mean, how could they when, you know, your main hobbies are sitting in the hotel corner chair or getting bent over by your tiny girlfriend?
she never really is like actually like affectionate and like, I love you so much and like you're everything.
Tell me what I'm right now.
No.
Tell me what I'm right now.
I love you, Wes.
Look how she said it. When she said, do you see how she said it? I love you, Wes. Like, it was like sarcastic. Like, I've been to
Yeah,
a
it
lot.
was.
And like, for someone like her in our house like this, a piece to like even want to argue with me. It's like, dude, just hug me, just chill. Like, I'll kill everybody. Leave me the alone, you know?
No, Wes, you won't kill anyone. You have no idea what that entails. And also, yes, she doesn't fucking respect you at all. She's with you for money. You said it yourself. That's why she obnoxiously and sarcastically said, yeah, I love you. Right? She's in it for the clout too, right? You're paying for your only model girlfriend. And not only that, if you didn't know, his ex-wife cheated on him right in front of him. None of these women respect this guy. And why should they? Because I can tell you this, there's tons of guys watching this video right now who aren't rich, who have wives and girlfriends who authentically love them because they're traditionally masculine men that protect, provide, love, and take care of the families, right? It's not about having a Bugatti or a Rolex, because the Bugatti and the Rolex ain't gonna buy you that, buddy. All right, but we got to talk about Wes Watson's fitness, right? That's his whole thing. He sells like Wes Watson Fit. That's his username. Interesting about Wes, you know, again, he tries to show off how big he is, but again, he's 5'8" and he's really actually a pretty small dude in general. But here, let's listen to his fabulous dieting and exercise advice.
Goal is to cut, I stick to the goal. If the goal is to actually put on size and build muscle, that's actually harder for me because I don't like to eat that much. I get detached from the clarity I normally possess. I've eaten nothing today but protein so that I can tap into that real raw energy. When you're hungry, you fight. That's through evolution. When a man is hungry, he'll go kill someone. So if you really want to be quick, you eat less. If you want to build a stronger physique, you're going to have to eat more. And
there you go. Wes Watson built all that muscle by eating only protein shakes. That's all he eats, liquid protein shakes, okay? No, Wes Watson has the little bit of muscle that he has because he takes more fucking tren than probably anybody you've ever met in your life. And again, trenbolone actually is basically poisonous on your brain, which actually kind of makes a lot of sense for how retarded this guy is. Now, more of Wes's insecurity, because he's actually incredibly insecure about his actual own physique and the size he is, and I can show you guys exactly this. See, he uses a little angle technique for all of his videos. If you guys have seen, here's a fucking 40-minute montage, but I want to let you guys notice something about the angles. I'm just going to scroll through this here, right? So watch this as we do this. What's the thing? Oh, it's always the same. Always the same on every single video he does. And I'm going to show you guys a little trick here with the camera. Now, normal people who make content just talk in front of the camera, they're not concerned about this. But let me show you this little trick he uses because he's so fucking insecure. Oh, look at that. My arms look twice as big from that angle, and he's flexing as hard as he can the entire time. Now, let's get deeper into the insecurities of Wess Watson, okay? Let's talk about his following, his Instagram page, 1 million followers. Ooh, super impressive. Now, the thing you'll notice about all these fake alpha males, and I'm going to teach you guys a real interesting trick you can use at home here, is they all have these big Instagram followings. But all of their followers are paid for. And I'm going to show you how you can tell with Wess Watson's Instagram page right now. Now, how can I tell that he bought probably 900,000 of those followers? Let me show you. So if we scroll down, guys, you can go ahead and scroll down on the Instagram page. Typically, it'll be in grid format here, right? Well, if you come over here and you click on the Reels, what you'll see here is he's got a few pinned Reels that actually did go somewhat viral. Good for him. But if we go past that, we'll see the actual view numbers this 1 million subscriber page is getting, okay? So what we're going to actually see here is 100K, 59K, 47K, 86K, 46K, 114, 78. Now, you might think, guys, that sounds like quite a bit of views on Instagram. However, he's got 1 million subscribers. Let me show you my Instagram page for comparison. That has been heavily shadow banned due to firearms content. Let's take a look. Now, as we scroll down to my Reels here, as you can see outside of this one I just posted, 46.7, 40,000, 61,000, 25, 45, 30, 300,000, 62,000, 35, 60,000, 16, 24, 646, 25. Now, as you can see by those view numbers there, they're not quite on average as high as Wess Watson's, but pretty close. He's near maybe, 60 to 70,000. I'm in the 30 to 50,000. The difference is, guys, I have 20.4 thousand subscribers. Guys, he has literally, mathematically, 50 times more subscribers than I do, and his views are doing 1x to 1.5x, even though his numbers are 50x. That seems a little odd, doesn't it? Yes, because when you buy subscribers, they're dead bot accounts and they don't actually view your content. Oh, dang, Wess, you're exposed. But finally, before we cap this one out, we got to talk about how not rich Wess actually is. Now, you're gonna see him talk about how he's got the $6 million Bugatti and the penthouse and the $1 million watches and all that. Let's take a look.
What's up, guys? Out here in Miami with Wess Watson. I'm just curious, how much does a car like this go for?
I mean, bro, this is a Bugatti Pure Sport. There is only 60 of these in the world. So I'm one of 60 that own a car like this on the planet. So what does it cost? You got to be a rare individual to even believe that that's something you should be doing in your life. It costs everything. You have to build yourself to the highest level of confidence to say, yes, I'm the individual who deserves this type of lifestyle.
Okay, so the thing is Wess talks about and acknowledges that he pays $60,000 a month for this car, right? Supposedly. What that means is Wess didn't have the money to buy this car outright. So what does that mean? He's just fiscally irresponsible because he's most likely spending nearly all of his money to pay down a loan on a car, which I can imagine what the interest on that is. And then also he rents his penthouse. He rents all these other cars. It's the typical fake alpha male. They all do it in this fake Miami bullshit archetype. It's a false facade image of having all this money when it's all actually fake. All right, now, final thing, talking about Wess's financial decisions. Obviously, if you've seen John Bravo's new episodes, the dude is trying to sell his Bugattis, get out from underneath him, really, because the reality is the only way any of these fake alpha males make money is through online coaching. Every single one of them, 100% of them, this is how they make money. They don't produce anything real. They don't have any real businesses. Their whole grift is trying to get men who don't know any better and are looking for some sense of masculinity in the world because it's been gutted from society, that are willing to pay Wess Watson to coach them to be like this materialistic dipshit here, which again is going into debt, spending shit tons of money on cars you can't afford. Guys, you know what would have been a lot better use of this $60,000 a month for Wess Watson? Is to pump that into the stock market. Go ahead and put it in the S&P 500, $60,000 month over month. You want to create real wealth for your family, Wes, over time, and your kids? You want to be a real man? Oh, okay. Generational wealth is created through investment, not through renting and leasing expensive shit you can't afford, you dumb. All right, let's wrap this video up, okay? Let's package Wess Watson up in a nice little image that we all understand, okay? Who is Wess Watson at its core, okay? He is a 5'8" angry little man, insecure. Women don't respect him whatsoever. He's spending all the money he doesn't have on materialistic shit to, again, feed that insecurity, and he's most likely going back to prison. His OnlyFans model girlfriend will immediately move on to somebody else, and that's going to be the end of the story for Wess Watson. That's the fake alpha male brand. So please, if you're a young man, do not subscribe to any of the bullshit these idiots are trying to sell you. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch y'all in the next video.